Welcome to Training My Hobby channel. In this video, I discuss an idea on streaming data generation. My intention is the idea discussed in this video, a data generation technique, should help the data engineers, especially those data engineers learning various technologies like Kafka, Spark, and other big data technologies. Training My Hobby is all about seeking and sharing knowledge. Welcome back. As a data engineer, you might have implemented a modern data architecture like in this image. In such implementations, an enterprise system's data might have been considered, and such data is streamed into your modern data architecture. What if you are exploring for other streaming data sets other than Kaggle kind of data sets? The purpose of this video is to recommend an idea for such streaming data generation. So I have done some research by visiting various sites mentioned in this image and studied few research papers, and finally identified a research paper which I felt can be considered as a data set for streaming data generation. Such research paper is Human Variables Sensor Data and Recognizing Human Activities. To build this idea in a focused approach and for shorter videos in this YouTube channel, I created an overall action plan with each planned activity as one or more videos in this channel. In this specific video, we focus on the first planned activity, that is data generation understanding. Now the core meat of this video. Once we identify the data generation context, in our case human variable sensor data and human activity recognition, we need to develop the subject matter related to it, which is described in point A and B below. Point A. In my research, I learned that typically a human variable sensor data should contain an activity type like standing or sitting. There are around 12 lifestyle activities are there, and what types of sensors you are leveraging to capture that human activity. And as described in point B, in addition, a data engineer should design various parameters like how many activities are considered in the target design and how many sensors they are considering, so that they can design that many Kafka topics or AWS Kinesis topics like that. So they need to identify various sensors. All such information, as highlighted in the star box in the image, helps data engineer in streaming data cluster capacity planning, each queue topic message payload, how many topic partitions, for example Kafka partitions or Spark streaming dataset partitions, all the above information. Basically, this slide highlights the importance of human variable sensor data subject matter a data engineer should develop before moving on to the engineering aspect of the data generation. The next factor to consider is how many sensors to be there in the target data generation solution. Data engineer can start with development with a single sensor, stabilize the whole streaming data solution, and then add on other types of sensors like object, variable, or hybrid sensors. Having more types of human sensors kind of data might help in various ways. For example, especially in the analytical section of the data architecture, wherein we do the machine learning and deep learning predictions, having more sensor data might provide you some accuracy in the machine learning or deep learning predictions. The third factor is data volumes size. As highlighted in the rectangle box in the presentation, depending on the streaming data cluster capacity, the total learning cost of the data engineer, and the total project cost in developing a POC grade solution, data engineer can configure the data generation volume and intervals in data generation. The fourth factor is dataset data structure design. One can design their own human sensor data fields. I highlighted some of the fields based upon my research study. The target serialization format could be JSON or Avro format. Whether they're doing encryption on wire or encryption on disk, all can be considered during sensor data structure design. Besides your own data structure design, as described in the previous slide, one can leverage a popular human variable sensor datasets that are listed above. Once you consider these datasets, you can apply a deep learning CNN or a machine learning K-fold techniques on these datasets for a better, accurate human activity recognition data generation. This is the final slide in the presentation, which revisits our overall plan to implement the data generation idea. As we discussed initially, I have identified around 5 planned activities, and in this video we discussed it at a very high level, the first data generation understanding and various factors under it like subject matter, volume, data structure. Remaining 2 to 3, 4, 5 videos I will publish pretty soon in future. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you obtained some knowledge and information through this presentation. Happy learning.